friends, welcome back. Today we're going to build fin number 3 in the Coffee Lover album. We're building the fins in reverse order because I am storing this album on its back while I'm building it. So that's why we're going fin 4, 3, 2, 1 that way. So we're going to be working on pages 9 through 12 today. If you're interested in checking out some of the previous videos on this album, be sure and check out the playlist. Video number 1 will be the flip through of the finished album, which I have not filmed yet, so I'm kind of curious to see how it's going to turn out, but you guys already know. Video number 2 is building the cover for this album, including this completely magnetized closure element. Video number 3 is fin number 4. Be sure and check out the playlist for all the videos for this album. Page number 9 is going to feature a folio that fits around a waterfall. And before we get too far, if you enjoyed this video, be sure and hit that like button. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button so that you'll get alerts and stuff whenever I upload new videos. This is the collection that we're using. It's the Coffee Collection by Echo Park. And I'm not sure what parts of the collection will still be available when this video goes live, but I will link to whatever's available in the description box down below. So let's get into the measurements. The base page for fin number 3 is going to be 7.5 by 7.5, and we're going to score one of those 7.5 inch sides at 1/2 inch. And the mat for this page is 6 3/4 by 7 1/4. The belly band is 4 inches wide by 8.5 inches tall. We're going to score the 8.5 inch side at 1/2 inch and 8 inches. And there's going to be a tag that tucks underneath. This tag is 110 pound cardstock, and the measurements are 6.5 by 6. The mat is 6 1/4 by 5 3/4. The waterfall measurements, we've got 6 of these pieces, and it is 4 by 4, and one of the 4 inch sides we're going to score at 1/2 inch, so the final footprint is going to be 4 by 3.5. And the mats for this, we've got one mat at 4 by 3.5 and 5 mats at 4 by 1/2 inch. The folio is 110, by the way, the belly band is 65 pound cardstock. The folio is 110 pound cardstock, and it is 10 inches. We're going to score that at 5 inches by 6.5 inches. And the mats for this are 4 3/4 by 6 1/4. And we are going to be adding magnets so that it will secure, because it's going to fold around like this and wrap around this belly band. So we're magnetizing it so that it'll secure closed. Okay, so let's get started with scoring. And I think the first thing I'm going to actually do is put the waterfall on the belly band before I put the belly band on the page. I think that'll it may be a little bit of finagling to get the belly band secured on the page, but I think I'll have an easier time getting the waterfall lined up. like how this turned out. Just glancing at it, it looks like a flap or a folio and a belly band. Then you open up the folio and you've got a waterfall. I did have to change up the magnets. I took the magnets that were on the outside and put a larger magnet on both sides on the inside, just so that it would have enough magnetism to hold it closed with the waterfall in there. So now we're on to pages 10 and 11, and pages 10 and 11 are going to have folios that slide into pockets. It's going to be a little bit like this concept, but just sliding into a pocket instead of sliding into a belly band. And they're just going to look like flaps until you slide them out and realize that they're actually folios. So let's talk about the measurements. Now, first of all, we've already got the base page for page 10. The base page for pages 11 and 12 is 7.5 by 7.5. We're going to score one of those 7.5 inch sides at 1/2 inch. And then the pockets, where's the pockets? One of the pockets, either of the pockets. Okay, the pockets are going to measure 6.5 inches wide, and we're going to score that at 1/2 inch. 8.5 inches tall, we're going to score that at 1/2 inch, and 8 inches. So the overall pocket footprint is going to be 6 inches by 7.5. The mats for those pockets are 5 3/4 by 7 1/4. So we've got 2 pockets, 2 mats. And then the base page also is going to need just a narrow mat just right outside the pocket, and that mat is 1.5 inches by 7 1/4. We need 2 of those. There's another one floating around here somewhere. So the folios are 110-pound cardstock, and those measurements are 11 inches. We're going to score that at 5.5 inches by 6.5 inches. The mats for these are 5 1/4 by 6 1/4, and you can make as many of them as you want. I think I've got 2 of each, yes. And I've also added some photo mats that we can mount on the pockets. Those are 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and we can always add like 3 by 4 white cardstock to that. So let's get everything scored, and then we're going to put down these narrow mats first, then the pockets, mat the pockets, and then do the folios. Apparently I cut one of these mats 1/2 inch too narrow, and I know I planned on using washi tape on the folios. I was not planning to use washi tape on the pocket mats, so that part was 100% ad-libbed. Page number 12 is gonna have some kind of blocked pockets and a couple of flaps and photo mats of varying sizes. And I do not have my glasses on. I'm probably going to regret not putting my glasses on for this. So let's go over the measurements for page number 12. This is the flap that's going to mount on the bottom. It's 110-pound cardstock, 7 inches wide by 7.5 inches tall. On the 7.5 inch side, we're going to score that at 1/2 inch, and we're probably going to magnetize it somewhere right around here. And this is one of the mats for this flap, 6 3/4 squared. That's the measurement for that. This is the top flap, and it's basically the same size. It's 7 inches wide by 7.5 inches tall. Score that at 1/2 inch. And the mats are going to be the same size, 6 3/4 inches squared. So this is going to be the large pocket that goes on the base. It's 4.5 inches wide. We're going to score that at 1/2 inch by 8.5 inches tall. Scored at 1/2 inch and 8 inches. And this is the small pocket that's going to mount on top of this pocket. It's 5 inches wide. We're going to score it at 1/2 inch and 4.5 inches by 4 inches tall, which we're going to score at 1/2 inch. And the mat for this pocket is 3 3/4 by 3 1/4. And the mat that's going to go on top of this pocket is 4 1/4 by, or sorry, 3 3/4 by 4 1/4. And this is the mat that's going to go on the base page. It is 3.5 inches by 7 1/4. Got some photo mats here. This one, these are 5 by 7. We've got 2 of those. These are mats for these photo mats. They're 5 1/4 by 7 1/4. Got a couple of 3 by 4 mats and some 3 1/4 and 4 1/4 cardstock to mount those to. So let's get scoring, and then we're going to start assembling. I'm probably going to put the flaps on first, and then add this mat here to the base page. Pocket, and mat that, and then add that pocket, and then we'll finish matting and adding photo mats.